Chair will call this meeting of the Board of Commissioners to order. Item number one on our agenda has been withdrawn, and it's in draft mode, so it'll be on the next commissioner's agenda. Item two is authorize and sign the State of New Hampshire Child Advocacy Center Phase 2 grant for $37,857. So I got a motion to accept that grant from Commissioner Levitt, and I'll second that we authorize and sign that grant. You in favor, I'm assuming, Commissioner?
Yes.
Okay, the vote is unanimous. We got a list of upcoming events. Item 4 is old and new business. Do you have any old and new business, gentlemen, when you talk about how we make it on the roof, Debbie?
We were on schedule.
Okay.
Today there was a delay by the roofing company themselves, but that allowed the abatement crew to go in there, and right now we have the stanchion removal happening after hours.
And one thing I did want to tell you, Mr. Chairman, is, it's no secret, we're gonna be talking about it tonight, but our shortness of cash and the fact that this is a $1.4 million project that we're reimbursed for subsequently. Full credit to Diane Legere, our finance director, who's already got the first $41,000 in reimbursement, which we got within a week. We were real pleased, and I asked Dougie to ask him to bill us promptly so that the bills don't climb up.
Right.
If we can get reimbursed this quickly.
And North Country will be billing us at the end of October and at the end of November.
So we were really pleased with the state ARPA people were just really super fast. We got the bills up to them, all the, receipts and everything that we're required to do. And they almost immediately wired the money down. So Diane called me today and she was thrilled that we made that progress. I did have her forward. Dougie did a real nice outline of a listing of a timetable. So I had Diane forward that to Gopher. And they were real pleased, wrote back a nice note for thanking us for keeping them so informed, and then, we pushed it a little further about the payment, and they were right on the stick. I also think that they wanna close out too.
Sure. Some of the stuff they got on their books.
Yeah, I think I'm just real pleased so that we're not gonna be, out 1.4 million, scratching our heads trying to figure out that, and it first 41,000 was good. I know it's not a lot of money in the scheme of the whole roof, but it's what we were out for what we have done.
That's great. That's good news.
Well, yeah, and credit goes to Diane. I can't tell you I can take any credit for it.
Let's talk about while we're talking about the roof, how are we making out, Justin, with our tower project and communications? Well, I'll block my view out my window, so.
They'll be here Thursday to hopefully complete that project.
Really?
So we're looking by the end of next week, that'll be wrapped.
I do think, Mr. Chairman, there needs to be a motion to take the sheriff's coin off the.
Yeah. Really?
To take the sheriff's coin off the.
Someone's stealing it.
Off the cement.
Yeah, the cement
foundation. It's a joke with us.
Right.
On the cement foundation, we were joking about going out and putting handprints in it, which we didn't, but Justin did
put a coin in it.
Put the sheriff's coin on the corner, which I thought was really fun.
So what I want to do is.
We were gonna call him.
Actually, I ended up doing that.
Yeah, poor Justin, he's so serious about everything.
Yeah, I said, get up here
Get up here and take that coin off.
Get up here right now, I want to talk to you.
Of course, by then it was all cemented in, so I'm not sure how he was gonna do it, but.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah. I got it back.
You got it back?
Yeah, the contractor knocked it loose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, and the time that Justin came up here,
Yeah.
it was already gone.
They probably thought we were serious.
No,
Oh, man.
I'm not giving up my sheriff's coin, so.
they'll be here Thursday to finish connecting everything, and then that temporary solution will be out of here.
So are we still running around 98%, 98.5% connectivity?
We're at the same
Okay.
from our original build.
Now, am I just making this up in my head, Justin, or is the fact that is actually taller than it was on the roof, is that correct?
It is.
So the fact that we
Have tree issues.
updated the radio system because the trees, part of the reason was the trees grew all around and were blocking the signal. That part of the reason, this would actually enhance the life expectancy for that purpose, that
Correct.
might have been, so maybe we'll get another 5 or 10 years
We're gonna
out
get a
of it.
longer life out of our microwave blanks is the big part, because we don't have the trees growing up blocking it as fast.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. And we're all on budget with everything with that?
Yes.
Super.
All right.
You missed it, Diane. I just gave you credit for collecting the money from,
41,000.
the 41,000 from Gopher.
That's a record with the take on reimbursement for money, so, yeah. Actually, yeah, sent the canceled checks on Friday and our money, well, I got the remittance today and the money will be in our account tomorrow, so.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So that was wonderful. It's a really good thought on your part.
We,
Well,
as everybody knows, we'd be lost without you here. You do so much work.
Lose anybody, just don't lose Diane.
Yeah.
please, I wanna be lost.
Well, I guess it is under old and new business both. Since the last time we met, I met with the Somersville City Council regarding the Warming Center operations, and the Somersville Council voted unanimously to move forward with the contract for this year's Warming Center along with Rochester, Dover. Dover did approve moving forward with the Warming Center contract for this year. They want to have a public hearing next week, next Wednesday night, that they've asked me to attend regarding the more permanent solution we're discussing here on the county. So I just wanted to put that in the record. So I'll be attending that public hearing on next Wednesday to answer any questions they may have regarding that project. Okay, item 5 is questions or comments from the public regarding our agenda.
Could I just mention one thing,
Sure.
Mr. Chairman? I know it's not critical, because we'll have another meeting in between, but I'll be off that, not next Monday, but the Monday after I'm not sure I'll be gone the whole day. We fly back in it's a 9 o'clock flight, so,
Who's playing that night?
Carolina, it's one of the few stadiums I'm down to 5 now, that I haven't seen Buffalo playing after I go to Carolina. So, but it's a 9 o'clock flight, so it's to Manchester, wonderfully enough. I don't have to drive back from Boston, so my family's going and I'll be back Monday. So if I get back by noontime, I'm gonna come in and work the afternoon.
Okay. All right. I'll have a good time down there. You deserve a couple of days off.
It'll just be,
Half a day, whatever it ends up being.
well, it'll, hopefully we'll have a better result than the last 2 weeks. Let's just stay with that one.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, who's in first place in the division?
I don't wanna talk about it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
After last night's game. Okay, questions or comments
I didn't think we'd see it.
from the public regarding the agenda? Susan, you have anything for us tonight?
Right,
Okay, all righty.
are you entertaining any comments that are not on the agenda tonight?
I could, sure.
I'd appreciate that, George.
Yeah, no problem, Mary. Nice to see you. Sorry for your troubles.
Thank you, they are troubles. So I think the legislature has put the county corrections facility in a really awful position. And I'm specifically talking about RSA 597-2, which has to do with bail orders and the provision about preventive detention. If somebody is already out on bail, whether they've been convicted or not, they're out on bail and there's some other incident that happens, they only have to be charged. They don't have to be found guilty. They don't have to
Correct.
go to trial. They immediately have to come back in preventive detention. That is the situation that has happened with my husband, Rick. He has been in the county facility now for 15 days. I know we're not the only family going through this, but the position that it has put the facility in, I don't like. I know I've already talked to Ben. I've I'm pretty vocal about advocating for my husband. And I will be speaking to the legislature tonight to get that amended, rescinded, because you're not geared for people like my husband who shouldn't be there. County Corrections has already said he's eligible for a program for bail release. He can be monitored. The jail is agreeable to that. He's willing to not drive, to be on house detention, whatever is required. And because of the insistence of the Dover Police Department, and I will say the Assistant County Attorney, who made demonstrably false statements to both the Judge Gardner at the arraignment as well as Judge Reese, probable cause hearing, my husband has been in jail for 15 days. When he first came into the jail, he weighed 198 pounds. He is now down to 184 pounds. He is losing approximately a pound a day. That is not a healthy weight loss. Mostly you're looking at 2 pounds a week. So he's way advanced to that. He doesn't have the muscle mass. He's a tall fellow. He's 6'2". But with that amount of weight being lost, he doesn't have the muscle mass anymore to really keep warm. It's extremely cold in the jail. I don't know. He's cold all the time. He spends very little time outside of being under the covers because he's so cold. He can take a glass of water from the tap to drink, leave it out. It is colder when he comes back in an hour to drink that water than it is when he got it out of the tap. I've had a conversation with Ben about my husband's medications. He has chronic back pain, for which he needs Tramadol. It's usually a time-release medication, and when I found out that they were crushing the pill to give it to him, that can cause a fatal overdose. I spoke with Ben on Friday, and he assured me that we're giving him a generic, which is a low dose, which we can crush. So I don't even know what my husband's getting. I provided Ben with a letter from my husband's doctor saying he needs the Tramadol whole. That's what works for him. He hasn't gotten a sleeping pill, which he's also prescribed since he's been there. By the grace of God, he's catching some sleep, but that's another issue when he's not sleeping. So between the weight loss, the lack of medications, the cold has an extreme effect on his body. Also the food, he has religious requirements, which they are trying to accommodate. And I just want to go on record to say a thank you for that. He's getting kosher meals. I will tell you that as an old New England farmer, sometimes it happens. He has no teeth. He cannot eat greens. He cannot eat celery. A lot of the things that they give him as part of a kosher meal, he cannot eat. He has put in administrative demands requesting, could you please substitute something else for these foods so that I can eat them? His caloric intake is way down. His ability to eat is compromised. I brought in some Celtic sea salt for him. I wanted to give distilled water, but apparently you already have it at the jail. Using the Celtic sea salt will help to get your electrolytes, or put it on your tongue, drink your water, gives the electrolytes for your body, it keeps your blood pressure steady. I had a conversation with Ben on Friday about that. He hasn't wanted to do that because he's concerned that there might be an overdose of salt. However, Celtic salt has a lot of natural minerals in it. And anything that the body doesn't use would be excreted. And so I've asked for that, and I know my husband's asked for that to be something that he can have in the prison to be able to keep his blood pressure even, to make sure his electrolytes are up. It helps to allow absorption in your cells. It opens up the cells so he can get more nutrients from the foods that he is eating. I've already talked about sleep. This is a little personal, but he's been in 15 days. He's had maybe 2 bowel movements. He's not eating enough food to push it through his system. You're supposed to have 2 or 3 bowel movements a day. He's not having that. And so it's bad enough to have one of these things happen to you when you're in the facility, but he's got all of these things going on all together. Again, he's been put in this position by the legislature. It breaks my heart. I know we're not the only ones going through it, and you folks are doing the best that you can. However, my concern is that this is a very perilous situation for my husband, and I don't want to be here in the future, maybe the near future, with us having another discussion because he succumbed to the conditions. I'm trying to prevent that. Dover does not want him out. They don't like the fact that he's a man of honor, he's a man of his word, he knows the law better than the police do, and he's not afraid to stand up, and he's not a conformist, he has his own mind. He's not a dangerous person, but we're in this position where I'm advocating for him, whatever this board could do. And I don't want to hear either from the legislatures that, well, it's the law, there's nothing we can do. When the law is such that an individual is now being considered to what might be called cruel and unusual punishment in terms of food, in terms of weight loss, in terms of the cold, in terms of the mattress that he has, it's very thin, but it's all cracked, so it's all uneven when you lay in the bed. I want to bring in 100% cotton clothing for him. I'm going to be turned away. I don't want that to be the case. I want to be able to advocate for my husband, to bring things in for him, to help him, but you have policies that prohibit that. I don't want to be having a different discussion with you in the future. And so I want to work with you to see what we can do to accommodate him as best as possible. He's an older man, he's 66. He doesn't have the same oomph that a lot of the younger guys do. His body's in a decline, and it's not helping the situation that he's in. So I'm looking to work with you to see what we can do to get him out so that this isn't your problem anymore. I'm gonna work on the legislature to do what I can, because I know we're not the only ones going through this, and I don't want to see you in this position anymore. You've got enough with what you already have. So I appreciate you allowing me to speak and taking the time. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But I'm not going away. He's my husband. I love him. And the last conversation that we had today was, I have a shepherd who's 10 and a half. She's a wonderful girl, but she's old. And he called me today and he said, look, when she dies, I'm not going to be able to be there to hold you and to comfort you. I won't be able to kiss her face goodbye or stroke her fur and tell her she's a good girl. I won't be able to dig her grave for her. I won't be able to gently lay her in there and cover her and put a nice gravestone on. These are the things he thinks of because I'm home alone running our farm. So far, nobody's messed with me, but there's been so much hate and so much vitriol about my husband. I'm concerned. So I'm dealing with that. Plus, I want to help you to help him. So thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Mary. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
would you take the time to meet? I'm sorry, ma'am, I forgot your first name. Mary.
And I've talked, you.
Yeah,
He's Chris Strafford.
Yes.
But I was thinking if you guys met face to face, there might be some accommodations that we could make to make things easier. If that's something you'd be willing to do.
Of course, we'd be willing to do that.
So Chris will be available tomorrow.
Yep.
If you wanna give him a call and set up a time, he'd be happy to meet with you and we could see what accommodations we could make.
Yeah,
I
in
would be
addition
grateful
to
for
that,
that.
Mary, I think you and I had a great conversation the other day.
Mrs. Ben.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
She
Just
actually,
okay.
she met me the other day.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Conversation, on the immediate, I can take care of the weight loss, I think I have a resolution to that.
What do you think?
Thinking protein shakes and get it approved by the doctor, it's something that would help on the immediate with the weight loss. We can do daily weights.
Okay.
When you mentioned that, I'm hearing you, so I think I can come to some kind of resolution for you tomorrow on that.
I'd be willing to work with
Okay.
you on that. I know he's got some food restrictions because of
Yeah,
religious things,
sure.
but I think we can work around.
If you don't have it, Ben,
I have it.
okay, well, I'm saying if you don't have it that makes the accommodations, I'm sure I do.
We'll make that.
You know, that I'll just get it to you from
Definitely.
Riverside.
Excuse me, sir, are you the community corrections?
No.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
But
I didn't recognize you.
But more by default than anything. I'm actually the county administrator. I run Riverside and I actually supervise the jail. And for a while now, I've been head of community corrections also.
Okay.
So I'm kind of doing 3 jobs at this point. But I guess you know where we're at.
I do know where you're at, and I hate that you're put in that position because,
Really?
again, when a law, I don't want people hiding behind the law and saying, well, that's just the way it is, because then you're not looking at these individuals as human beings. and they are human beings.
Just so you know, we didn't advocate for the change in the bail law.
In fact, we did just the
In
opposite.
fact, the counties did just the opposite.
And frankly, I hate to say it, but the people that you reached out to try to give you help, all voted for it.
Oh, great, well, thanks for letting me know that, because now I
They
can,
all, every one of them voted for it.
okay,
Okay, every single one of them.
well, they're gonna
So-
have to deal with me now, because I
Just to let you know,
appreciate
when we were
that. I
there,
appreciate
we were
that,
there, I was there saying, you shouldn't be doing this.
okay,
Former County Attorney Velarde advised the Attorney General's office that we shouldn't be doing this, but
I did.
they went ahead anyway and did it, so.
I think it was one of the things that the governor ran on.
The governor ran
as
on.
part of her
Right.
platform. And I could be wrong, I'm
Yeah,
just going
But I
by
do
by
know
my
the
recollection.
legislators that you reached out to all voted for this situation.
But will our,
In common,
please take me up on my offer for Chris's
I
availability.
would,
right,
and thank you.
Absolutely.
yeah,
You might as well.
We don't want him to be cold, we
Yeah,
don't want
we
him
don't
to
want
be
him to be cold.
hungry,
that's right.
we don't want him to lose weight, we don't want any of those things.
No, we don't.
But the protein shake's a great idea, and I don't think there's. I'm going by my memory of 40 years at Riverside. I don't believe there's anything in the protein shake that would, violate his dietary restriction. Now, I'm not 100%, but we'll double check on
We
that.
will look at the ingredients and we'll,
We'll go over the ingredients with him. You know, and you, and take a peek and, we can help with that.
Mhm.
But you're right, I mean, it's full of good calories.
Yeah.
Good calories, not,
mhm.
Empty one.
Empty.
thank you, that's a better word than I was gonna think of.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I'm
Thank
Ray,
you, George.
I'm just
Yeah,
Ray.
no problem. Alrighty. Any other questions from anyone? Any other old or new business, gentlemen or ladies? Okay, I got a motion, we got a 6 o'clock.
Yep.
A motion from Commissioner Levitt to move into non-public session for purpose of discussing personnel and contract negotiations. And I'll second that, it requires a roll call, Commissioner Levitt, it's myself, yes, the vote is unanimous, okay, then the commission will recess to, well, actually, we're gonna adjourn to non-public session, and then we've got a meeting with the county litigation at 7 o'clock, so. There's